All right, Neil Ratnar Rock Doc here with a story for you. All right, so today is drummer Corky Laing's birthday. Now, Laing is best known for his work in the bands Mountain and West Bruce and Laing. And I actually met Corky once, and I'll tell you that story later. But as usual, a little background first. Okay, so Corky was born in Montreal, Canada in 1948, and today he's celebrating his 71st birthday. Now, his brothers couldn't pronounce his given name of Gordon and called him Gorky, which eventually morphed into Corky. Now, his first big break came when he played drums for the famous vocal group, the Ink Spots. Next came a band called Energy, who were produced by future bandmate and Cream collaborator Felix Pappalardi. And then, in 1969, Corky joined Felix when he replaced N.D. Smart in the band Mountain with the guitar player Leslie West. The great guitar player Leslie West. Okay, now, Laing just missed playing Woodstock with the band, but recorded their next album, Climbing, which contained arguably their most popular song, Mississippi Queen. Now, Pappalardi modeled Mountain after Cream and even had a hit song with their excellent cover of Jack Bruce's tune, A Theme from an Imaginary Western. If you haven't heard it, listen to both versions. You should listen to Jack's version, listen to Mountain's version. Great song done by two great bands. Okay. Now, Mountain disbanded in 1972, and according to Leslie West, it was a combination of drug abuse within the band and Pappalardi's road weariness and his burgeoning hearing impairment, which were the primary factors. But Corky and Leslie liked working together and thought Jack Bruce would be the perfect replacement, and so the supergroup West, Bruce, and Laing was formed. Now, the band began touring almost immediately after Mountain ended, and they completed a 30-date North American tour even before their record deal. And now I'll get to my story about meeting Corky. Now, one of the dates on that tour was with Emerson, Lake and Palmer, who I happened to be working with at the time. Now, ELP was also in the middle of a U.S. tour, and the two bands were on the bill that night in Ohio. Now, as I said, West, Bruce, and Laing didn't have a record deal until after the tour. And believe me, every major label wanted to sign them. Only problem? Jack Bruce was managed by Robert Stigwood, who had a relationship with Atlantic Records label Atco, and West and Laing were managed by Bud Prager, who had a relationship with Columbia. Now, Ahmet Ertegun, the president of Atlantic Records at the time, really wanted to sign them, and he had a plan. So ELP and I were in New York City a day or two before the Ohio gig, and I went with them to see Ahmet. It was a fun meeting, with Ahmet heaping praise on the boys, which of course they loved. Then out of nowhere, he said, "I know you're playing with West Bruce and Laing tomorrow at Ohio University, and I'm gonna come." That was cool. I mean, Ahmet often came to gigs, although usually not out in the boonies. And he continued, "I want you guys to travel with me on the Atlantic jet." Well, that was more than any of us bargained for, and of course we quickly said yes. Now, Atlantic had a decked-out 727, much larger than the small rented Learjet we were using for the tour. The flight was short, but very cool, with food, drinks, and great music. All right, so we landed, and we're getting off the plane. Now, Keith, Carl, and Craig each had a small suitcase, which was waiting for them on the tarmac. Keith grabbed his, but before Carl or Greg could take their suitcases, Ahmet grabbed them and was walking briskly to the waiting limos. Now let me tell you, the look on Carl and Greg's face was priceless. The president of Atlantic Records was carrying their suitcases. Oh man, I had to hear about it for the rest of the tour. Ahmet, on the other hand, could care less. He made his artists happy, and this gave him a chance to pitch West, Bruce, and Laing in person. Now, unfortunately for Ahmet, Bud Prager won out, and got West Bruce and Laing a $1 million 3-record deal with Clive Davis. And let me tell you, that was a huge deal in those days, probably worth about $3 to $5 million today. And it included reissuing Mountain's back catalog. And according to Clive, the negotiations, as he put it, showed record company competition at its fiercest. So the gig was great. ELP kicked ass, and so did West Bruce and Laing. We got to meet Corky. He was a cool dude. He and Carl got along. It was a really fun evening. Happy birthday, Corky Laing! All right, so that's my story for today. But I want to make an announcement. This is the last weekend. You can order an autographed book from my webpage, neilratnerrockdoc.com. Look on the far left, buy the book. Hit that. You'll see the form. I will autograph it any way you want. And I have a special announcement. If you're in the UK or Canada, my IT guy has worked it out so you can order books too, and you'll get autographed books from me. The only problem, and it's not my problem, the cheapest way to get them over there is about $25 for 2 books, up to 2 books. So, I'm not telling you to do it, but if you really want an autographed book, order a couple, I'll autograph them. It'll cost you a couple extra bucks. Or just wait till Monday when we go live on Amazon. It's not an autographed book, but you'll get a book anyway. All right, that's it. Neil Ratner Rock Doc here. That's my story. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow with a story of another band that I worked with, Pink Floyd, because it's Nick Mason's birthday. All right, now, have a great Saturday. See you on Sunday, and out for now. Bye.